Hey there, welcome to my channel. I'm Chrissy and I make lifestyle and travel content. I love planning and want to share the excitement with you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Let's go! Okay, so I did promise a lot of organization and planning, so I need to step up my game here a little bit because I'm in between all the trips and trying to backfill. Anyways, so this is my binder, my travel binder for keeping my documents, and this is for the MSC cruise. I got this from Dollar Tree. I really like it because it has this uh, thing here so I can slide stuff in. One of the things I do for trips is I make a little index card and has like the budget there, has the meals, because that's I find the biggest expense really, because the other stuff's already been prepaid. So this is just things that while I'm on the trip, I can put this in my wallet, write down things as it happens, keep receipts, and then I can make sure that we're either not we're on target or not on target. And I write little notes, and on the back too. So that usually goes in my wallet, but for now, because now I'm done with the trip, it's in here. I do have some extra things like mousekeeping. When we go to Disney, I like to put the money in that because it's really cute. Extra index cards. I have stick-it notes if I need to leave a message for somebody in housekeeping or whatever. And these are actually from our Seattle trip. We'll go over that different time. But you know what? I'll put those off to the side. These can go back in. Okay. We'll talk about those later. So on this side, I like to have like the travel, so like flight information, hotel information, and then this side would be the special side. Like if we're going on the cruise, this would be the cruise documents. If we're going to the theme park, this would be all theme park related or whatever. So I try to split it up that way. This is a kind of a scrapbook thing, but this is the receipt we got back from our tour on NASA. Our Southwest coupon, very nice. This was my planning list. I generally follow the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 approach. And if it's going to be really hot, then I go 5, 5, which basically means 5 bottoms, 5 tops, 2 dresses, 3 pairs of shoes, and I think it's 1 outer layer. I'll look that up, but basically that's the rule of thumb. And because it was a cruise, I even have a section now for even wear and what I was going to wear. And then this was my accessories and stuff that went with that. But this is the hard copies of our flights. Then I will write up in the corner to and from. So this was how we were getting from the airport to the ship, and then from the ship back to the airport. Our last night, we actually stayed at a hotel at the airport, which was so fun. And then that's just a receipt. Then this is the manual for my new GoPro. What do they call that when they do that? GoPro, mock GoPro, pseudo GoPro. Yeah, GoPro like. It's that size, but it's not actually a GoPro. So this was the instruction manual because it's new to me and I was trying to learn stuff. My checklist, and then this was my actual planning outfit list. So basically it's just a template I use, and then I put down the side our travel days, and then roughly what we're doing, so I can think about, okay, if I'm flying, I want clothes that are binding around my waist, that maybe have pockets, very comfortable. Embarkation day, we're going on a tour in Nassau, we're at the island that day, we're getting off the boat, and we're flying. So that makes me think about what I'm doing. And then it's all kind of generic across the top. And sometimes I will make separate notes like this. So I make sure I have my PJs, loungewear. I've been a big fan lately of having something extra just to change into when we're not really doing anything. So I'm out of the day's clothes, but not into my pajamas. Fuzzy socks, because on occasion I do get my feet get cold, but usually not. Frog towel, always have one or two because being perimenopausal, I just find I sweat a lot more now. So I'm always hot. And so I have one or two frog towels depending on the length of the travel. And I swap between them. Again, the evening wear, making sure I have all my little bits and the check marks is that I actually packed it. I'll go in a whole thing about this too. I have a very cool little software now I'm using so I can visualize things too, which is fun. And then this is like the biggest thing. I started this kind of spreadsheet outline. Well, actually, it's not a spreadsheet. It's made in Word, so it's just a regular old table. But I started this one for Disney probably way before these things were available as little apps you could do on your phone now. But for me, I liked having a paper copy. It was easy. As you can see, I folded it. So I slip it in my purse. And then if somebody asks me something, so what do we do tomorrow? I just whip this bad boy out and say, okay, we're going there. We're doing this. And I don't know, but I plan my life around meals. So that's why we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My husband's a real big breakfast person, so this helps me make sure that I am planning and accounting for extras for breakfast for him, and kind of the timing, because then I can figure out, oh, hey, our flight's going to be at 1:50, so maybe we should be grabbing something for the plane at the airport for lunch. And then the various little bits. And then you can see I made notes because I saw that we had different dining rooms on the ship. And because this was our first time, I didn't know what happens. So, spoiler alert, they assign you a dining room, and that's your dining room for the entire trip. And it's on your card. If I remember, I'll insert a picture of the card here so you can see it. And then, just general notes about what we're doing. And then usually down here, I have a to-do list. So this is what we'll start planning, and when I'll show you the one for Korea now, because it's not quite as filled in, the to-do things. And then sometimes on the back, I'll have other notes. This was a good one. Deck 8 was the adult-only affinity pool, and the buffet was on deck 16. So that was good. Once we got on ship, we kind of figured out where we're going. Anyway, so that was that. This is actually, I ripped the pages out of a driving thing for, I think this is for national parks. So we're going to Hawaii, and I wanted to read up on that, but I didn't want to bring the whole book with me, so that's why that's there. This is what was my planning document. This is where I put all my receipts. This was a form we needed for embarkation. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because, it has some private information. I tried to redact. Felt very governmental, but yeah. That was our cruise, and then the packages to be added. This was our luggage ticket tags. So if you've never cruised before, you definitely have to get luggage tags. Had this been our first cruising experience, I think we might have been sorely surprised when we got to the port, but I knew we were supposed to get tags. We didn't get them, so I had to call the 800 number, and they printed it and sent them to me so we could do that. And that's just we booked it, and this was our onboard statement. So that's how I corral all our information. I think we'll leave that for another one. So that's how I organize my travel documents, and then this will go into my carry-on, so it's easy to pull out and do. For my Korean trip, though, I think I'm going in a smaller one because I'm trying to go extremely light because I'm going to be carrying everything. So we'll see. Wish me luck. All right. That's it for planning for the MSC cruise. Now I can officially take things out and put, I think the next one is Old Forge in this. Okay, till next time. Bye.
Chrissy says it's some kind of cheese.